Hello again. We are now on number 8. So we're going to get started. This is going to be so much fun. We're going to start talking about 8 mice. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't think I like mice too much, except sometimes they're very cute. And we're going to first look at this picture of 8 mice that are all dressed up. How would you dress a mouse if you could dress a mouse up? These artists decided to dress them up like people and put them in different places people would be. Here we see 8 mice. You can count them, and they're all in a position of running. And here we see baby mice and mother mice, or a mother mouse and a baby mouse 4 times. So we see 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 4, and 4 and 4 are 8. So we see 8 mice altogether. How many big and little mice do you see? Do you think that they are in the same family? In your family, there might be big and little people according to what age they are. What do you think about that? Now, here we have mice in this picture, and these pictures, in a way, they tell a story. So first, you see the cat looking at the mice in the picture on the right. What do you think that he's thinking? He's thinking probably yum yum. And on the other side, we see the 2 mice. And you know what? There's a mouse hiding somewhere in this picture if you can discover exactly where it is. But these mice are getting into something that they probably shouldn't get into. Now, here we have 8 mice, 3 and 3, and then 1 and 1. And some of these mice might be getting themselves into some trouble. What do you think they're doing that could get them into trouble? I think it might be something amazing that they shouldn't be doing. And a mouse trap is a very scary thing for a mouse, of course. Now, here is one lonely little mouse, and all around him are wonderful acorns that he's eating. And there's mushrooms too. And he looks very lonely. Maybe you would want to make some mushrooms and some acorns and put your 8 mice all around the acorns and the mushrooms, just like this one little mouse is. Now, here we have some very unusual pictures. And here we have 8 mice. And in the one picture, you have some cats that are dressed up as people. Oh, my word. Isn't that funny? Just like the mice that we saw in the very beginning that were dressed up as people. These cats are dressed up as people. And on the floor, you can see 4 mice. And that's why they're so afraid, which is pretty funny, really, if you think about it. And on the other side, we have a cat that is looking like he's really wanting to see and about these mice and what they're doing. You know, a very famous mouse is Mickey Mouse. If you click and put this in the video, you're going to see one of the very first when Walt Disney was the creator of Mickey Mouse. And they say that he would send his artists, of course, he became very, very famous, that he would send his artists to the zoo. They would look at the animals. And he decided that he would make a little character out of a mouse. And so he did. He put clothes on the mouse and shoes and gloves, and he came up with one of the most famous in history, Mickey Mouse. And as you can see, um, it's when you think about these little animals, you can do this on your own. You can create a little animal or whatever you want, just like Mickey Mouse did. You could go to the zoo or look at different animals, and you could decide you were going to have some fun and create one of your very, very own and name it. Now, here we have Hickory Dickory Dock. The mouse ran up the clock struck one, and down the mouse ran. Hickory Dickory Dock. Can you make a clock with 8 mice around it? You could think about doing that too. Here you see a variety of mice in different positions. One looks like he's crouching, one is standing all the way up, Altogether, we have 8. Now you can draw a mouse right here by making a pear shape. And then you put the ears, the 2 ears. I would make them much bigger just for fun. And then you put the eyes and the nose and the whiskers, and of course, the tail. You can have fun by exaggerating, making something look really gigantic, maybe a gigantic tail. You could put a hat on your mice. Be creative. And there's a website right here, a link you can use where it's so much fun. And you can actually have a lot of fun drawing a mouse with the artist step by step. But where will your mice live, your 8 mice? Will they live in a clock? You can draw all of these different places for them to live. If you can draw triangles and if you can draw rectangles. So I want you to think about that. Square, rectangle, triangle. Where will your mice live? Will they live in a cabin, a log cabin? Will they live in a city? Will they live in a little house just right for a mouse? Well, have fun, enjoy this lesson, and I do want you to remember to enjoy and have fun with art. Bye till the next time.